Hello, party peoples. How are you doing? We are doing this new thing, right? I am going to record the podcast in real time as a live, okay? I will not be saving this here. Not now. Not now. I might save it and release it later, but you'll get to hear what's going to be dropped on the podcast right now. So you're getting the exclusive, okay? So let's get into it. I'm not going to be looking at y'all though. Good day, lovely people. How's your mother, brother, sister, and cousin doing? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So today's topic is going to be the subject. The subject you don't want to talk about, what we need to talk about, okay? Today's subject is about aesthetics and optical illusions in business. As the introduction says, we're going to talk about social media. Social media will have you picking brand colors, taglines, and looking like you're in a thriving business. I remember the first time I heard you could buy followers. I was so confusion. I was like, why would you buy followers if they're not buying your service or your product? I mean, let's be serious. I'm currently reading a book called A True 1,000 Followers, and it breaks down the simple model of how to make money. And it shows that entrepreneurs can make a six-figure lifestyle if they desire. There's a huge scandal going on in the entrepreneur space, and if you know, you know. I ain't gonna say no names because I don't want to be put on pause. I don't want to be canceled, okay? But if you know, you know. And now, as I look back on my journey to the top, yes, they said the right things, and yes, some of the information they were speaking was correct. But this is where we as business owners have to do our due diligence. I'm a tax professional, and there's been multiple presentations that I've given, and people ask about business practices. Normal question, no problem. But what happens is they come to me talking about things that other family members have done that have been in business that are no longer in business. Misinformation passed along on social media that they've heard and they're regurgitating and have not done the research on why it is what they say. And let me just tell you one thing. Stop absorbing so much information. My first years in entrepreneurship, if it was motivational, I was listening. But the problem with that is that you lose your authenticity. You will not be able to distinguish between your original thought and what you've learned. Now, let me be clear. I'm not saying you shouldn't take a class, you shouldn't listen to motivational speakers, but making sure you give yourself time to develop yourself. That's your superpower of entrepreneurship. Tap into that. Also, finish those classes, that booklet, and that course you already paid for before purchasing another. You are running up your budget and you're not even putting into practice what you've learned. Stop doing that. Let me tell you 3 ways I recognized in my own business and learned how to reassess and get to the work. 1, I kept purchasing courses and did not finish the last one I purchased. Like I said, taking courses is fine. We need to learn more, right? But not finishing them and putting them into practice, what you learned. And also, I want to note, if you buy a premium course, ask questions. I took a class and followed this influencer for years. And honey, once I had access to the class, it was very entry-level business information. I was too through for how much money I had spent, knowing that the information that was provided was stuff I already knew, that I was already doing, or I had already outsourced to someone else. Number 2, if you feel imposter syndrome trying to derail your business, you need to get a hold of that. Look me in my eye right here. If you're watching live on Instagram. Yes, you need to give yourself grace. Most definitely give yourself grace. But the reality of the situation is, if you don't get hold of your emotions, you will not give good customer service. You will answer emails late. You will miss things in your business, and ultimately, you might lose clients. So my question is being an entrepreneur right for you? That's a serious question. If you are more concerned about social media looks and likes, and you don't know your conversion rate when you're doing business, you need to ask yourself, why are you in business? What is your mission? Number 3, because your target market is not everybody, stop looking to the algorithm or for the things that, motivate you. If likes are those things that motivate you, then again, I ask, are you in the right business? Because the reality situation is you have 1,000 followers, let's say 1,000 followers, and you're looking for 1,000 likes. Why? If you want likes, be an influencer, not a business owner. Now, I hope this episode would have you look within. Like, really recently, we've been talking more about mindset and doing the work. Doing the mental work is important because surrounding yourself with like-minded people, reading motivational books, cutting off people who don't support your business is not a recipe for success. Actually, making sure you're doing your research and development, doing the testing, and committing to the long game of being an owner. One of my clients, we were having a conversation not too long ago, and she always says, when people start a business, she's like, if you can't see yourself doing that thing for over 20 years, don't even do it. Don't even do it. And I think, again, in the last episode, I talked about the long game, right? If you can't see beyond 5 years in your business, again, I bring back to the point, why are you in business? Why are you an entrepreneur? There's a long game. And if you think that 1, 2, even 3 years, you're going to be a millionaire like these social media people, I hate to tell you, but that's probably not the case. Now, if you listening to this podcast right now, I put the book that I mentioned earlier in the show notes, along with how you can contact me if you want to have a session with me and actually do the work. Like, what does budgeting look like? How to start a business look like? And as you're watching this on Thursday, I'm giving a free class through the Small Business Development Center called Start Smart. I suggest that you register for it. It's also, I believe, in my bio in the Instagram. If not, I'll put it there, or you can DM me and I'll be happy to give you the link to register. I also am going to put in the show notes for this episode a YouTube video that helped me do the work. Like, how do I overcome imposter syndrome? How do I show up, right? I have 2 things for you. I'm genuinely rooting for your win. That's facts. And the second thing is, I hope you have a great day on purpose. You guys go win and do the work. I'll holla. Bye. All right, we finished recording our episode for the podcast. If you did not catch all of this replay, it is not going to be of this live, I should say. If you wasn't here for all of the live, you can listen to the podcast on all streaming platforms. But I was gonna say something else, but I don't know. Did you guys have any questions? I am live. I plan on going live at least once a week. I want you guys to win, but I need y'all to do the work. I personally keep coming to spaces and people booking me, and they just don't understand all of the things that go into place and it's not a lot, it's just steps, like getting your LLC and getting your bank account and making your business plan and making your mission statement, figuring out who your target market is. You have to do that work before you start a business. You have to. There's no ifs. You have to. So you know where you're shooting at. I said to someone, and I'm sure I've heard this from someone, it says, if you shoot at a space, you'll hit it every time because you have no destination for that thing. But if you have a strategy and a plan you can put into place, then you can scale and have measurable goals if you're hitting your target. That's what we need in business. You don't need to just throw something out in hopes that it's going to catch. You need a strategy in business to know that it's going to catch and that you are hitting your goals with the clients you want to meet up with income, honey. You want to pay your bills, right? All those things. So thank you guys so much for listening. Again, the podcast will drop later this evening at 8 o'clock. It is called, well, I think I put it in the title. Pretty sure I did. It's called Aesthetics and Optimal Illusions in Business. Things look one way on social media. They are a whole nother thing behind the scenes. And you know, if you work with me, I'll make you do the work. We go do the work over here, okay? Y'all have a great day on purpose. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.